Hi, it's Gerald Oginski. Come on in. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. Today's video tip is about circumstantial evidence. What is it and how do we use it at trial? Circumstantial evidence is where we have some facts, but we're missing pieces of information to connect the dots to show how one thing led to another. Let me give you a perfect example. We have an outdoor cat named Billy. He's a wonderful, loving cat. One day, our family came home from dinner, and sitting in the driveway was beautiful Billy with feathers covered all over his face. We didn't really know what to make of that until we reached the front door, and by the front door there was an explosion, what looked like an explosion, of bird feathers. Now, what conclusions do you immediately draw when you see those sets of facts? Well, we know that cats like to chase birds. We know that birds don't typically have feathers all over their face. And clearly, when we got to the front door, you don't normally see feathers all over the steps. However, there can be other logical explanations. But let's take a look at what information we don't have that will help us understand this. When we looked around to see what else went on, there was no blood anywhere to lead us down to that conclusion that, hey, our wonderful, loving outdoor cat destroyed and killed a bird. Nor was there a bird anywhere to be found. We looked in the driveway, we looked where Billy normally walks around our house, and we couldn't find a bird anywhere. So what conclusions can you reach based upon just those facts? We're missing crucial pieces of information, and we weren't there at the time that the cat got the feathers all over himself. If we're a prosecutor, for example, we might ask them to assume that our knowledge and common sense suggests that cats will only have feathers all over their face when they go after and kill a bird, right? It makes logical sense. On the other hand, when you're missing key pieces of information, such as blood, such as the bird itself, then you begin to wonder and question, hey, does this really make sense? Is there any alternative explanation that also makes sense? So that's one way that we use circumstantial evidence at trial to connect the dots, so that when we have specific pieces of information, facts that we do know about, we ask you to fill in the blanks based upon our common sense and logic, and what you know occurs on an everyday basis. And that's it for today's video tip about circumstantial evidence. I'm Gerald Oginski here in New York. Thanks for watching.